Hey, beautiful people, it's Rickita. I'm back with another video. So in this video, I want to talk about APRs and what you need to know about APRs. So APRs is annual percentage rates. Now, there is a specific definition for APRs. It is basically the yearly interest rate that's going to be charged for borrowing or earned through an investment. That's all it really is. And when we're talking about credit cards, we're talking about how much you guys are going to be paying on an annual basis. So sometimes with your credit cards, it's going to depend on what it would be. But let's just say the interest rate is 29.99%. That's how much they're going to charge you for the year. So if you were to have that $100, just sit there, just think about you're just paying an additional $30 almost, $29.99, because that's how much they're charging you for the year. Now, this represents the true cost of actually borrowing on an annual basis, and it allows you to actually compare the different credit card products because if you guys know what the APR is, you can compare them between like each credit card basically. This APR is 17%, this one is 25, this is 29. It's comparable, it's on the same thing, it's on a yearly basis. So that's something that you guys can use to like compare your credit cards. Also, they have different type of APRs. They have fixed APRs. That's just the interest rate is going to stay the same during the duration of your loan or credit card balance. And that provides you with a predictable monthly payment, especially if you guys are keeping a balance on your credit card. You guys also have variable APR. That means that the interest rate can actually fluctuate. And it's like a benchmark. So based on the changes in a benchmark rate, so which is basically the prime rate. So this is usually the prime rate is a set rate based off of the market basically. And then they can add more onto that. So they can say, hey, we're going to do prime rate plus this or whatever the case may be. But that's variable. It's going to change. So your payments going to vary. The one I like the most is in the introductory APR. So it's a temporary lower APR that's offered in the beginning of a loan or a credit card term, which is going to typically going to increase after the introductory period ends. So think about it like this. I like this 0% APR credit cards. Credit card can say, hey, we're going to give you 0% APR. We're not going to charge you any interest for 12 months, for 15 months. Those are the ones I like. And it's usually when you first get your credit card. They're not going to offer you to have their credit card for 10 years. This usually once you get your credit card or once you get your loan, it's offered right then and there. Now, you got to understand how this APR is actually going to affect your payment. So when it comes down to credit cards, their APR on your credit cards is going to affect the interest rate that is charged on your outstanding balance. So if you guys are not paying the statement balance by the due date, then this APR is going to make it so that you have to pay more on your credit card. Now, I always tell you guys about like my Apple credit card payment. So if I was looking at my Apple credit card payment, I really don't have a balance on my card. But let me give you an example. My statement balance now is $89.82. I paid the statement balance last time. I didn't get charged any interest. So they say as long as I pay $89, I'm not going to get charged any interest. But if I decide, actually, no matter, they're saying I'm not going to get charged any interest. Matter of fact, they said, well, let me go back then. Let me not even compare it to this one because I want to give you a real life thing. But sometimes they'll say, hey, if you only make the minimum payment, we're going to charge you an additional $5, $20, $15 in interest. They tell me that on my Apple credit card. And it's going to affect it because if I just paid a minimum of $25, like last month, they told me, hey, if you just paid a minimum of $25, I think I had to pay like $700 some dollars. If I don't pay my $700 some dollars, if you just pay a minimum of $25, we're going to charge you $15 in interest, $15 and some change. So that literally means that only $9 and some change is actually going towards knocking down the balance that I have. So when you guys are not paying the statement balance by the due date, then you guys are basically putting money in these companies' pocket, these credit card companies' pockets. Now, APR on loans determine the total cost of borrowing over the life of the loan. When it come down to cars, if you guys, one thing I found out when I was paying my car note, I'm still paying off the other car that I have now, but when I paid off my other car, I realized that the more payments that I made on my car, less that they were charging me in interest. So now when I look at my car now that I'm paying off, it's a certain amount that they're charging me per day, but they're charging me my APR based off of the full balance. So once I get that full balance down, lower and lower and lower, they may go from, hey, we're charging you $5 a day in interest to, hey, you're getting charged $4.50 for $4.50 a day to $4 a day, $3.50 a day. It can change. It don't have to go down by 50 cents. It's just an example I'm giving you. But the more you pay towards that principal or just pay on that loan, it's less that they're going to charge you, because again, for a car, they're charging you APR based off of the whole balance, and it's a certain amount they're charging you per day. It's recalculated every day. So that's something I really like. And when it came out to the car too, I paid it up so much. They're like, hey, you don't have a payment for the next year and a half, 2 years. But my interest went down too, where it's like, oh, we're only charging you $2 per day in interest. So I really like that, because you can go from getting charged $10 per day in interest if you have a very horrible APR to, hey, we charge you $5 per day. It's milestones, and it's great because you're saving money. So that your APR is going to affect your payments. And again, sometimes you could pay your minimum payment. Your minimum payment can be the same, but the amount that's actually getting charged in interest can be different. And that's going to determine how much money you're going to have left over that can actually go towards your balance. So definitely keep that in mind. When it comes down to mortgages, it's the same thing. So just make sure that you guys are paying extra towards the principal. And once you pay extra towards the principal, it's less that they're going to charge you, because they're charging you a certain amount of interest rate on your full principal balance. And then they break it down in your payments. It flows down to your payments. I thought it was totally different than that. I thought that no matter what, when I pay, like say if you got a $500 car note, I thought that, this is what I thought previously. I thought that, okay, it's $500. I already know $250 of it is going towards my balance and $250 going towards interest. For the remaining of my loan, that's what's going to happen. But that's not true. It's a per day thing when it come down to the car. And when you pay more on the principal balance, the actual balance you have, it's less that they're going to charge you per day. It can go down by pennies. Since you pay the extra $500 payment, we charge you 20 cents less per day. It can be something as simple like that, but it all adds up. And you want most of that money to go towards your balance anyway. Now you can actually calculate your APR. They have the simple interest calculation, and I just didn't want to get into all of this, honestly, because they got simple interest calculation, they got compound interest. All I did was I looked at my statement, like my car statement, and it told me, hey, this month we're charging you this much per day. And then the next statement, it went down. I went off of that. I didn't think too hard. I was like, okay, my next goal is to just bring it down some more. So I'm going to put extra $3,000 on here so I can bring it down from going from $4 per day to $3 per day, or that, my goal was just to bring that number down. I didn't try to calculate APR that much, just to be honest. But if y'all want to calculate it, you have the simple interest and you have compound interest. And compound interest, that's good when you're investing in stocks, but it's not good when you on the other end where it's compounding in terms of with your credit card. If you had $100, you have $100 balance, but you only paid the minimum. So now they charge you $10 in interest. Let's just say that's what the number is. Now it's going to compound, because again, if you don't pay that statement balance again, and you keeping the same 110 on there, now they're going to charge you interest on the 110 as compared to the 100. And now, if you don't pay, the full statement balance, then you're going to keep going and going and adding more to it, and that's just not what you want to do. Now, there's different factors that's going to basically influence your APR, your credit score for sure. When it come down to a mortgage, when it come down to your car, when it come down to credit cards, they're going to look at your credit score to determine if they can give you a lower rate. That's basically what it is. The terms too. When I got a loan, they gave me options. My last car loan, they gave me options. Hey, you can do 36 months. You can do 48 months. You can do 60 months. You can do 72 months. And every time, with each one of them, it seemed like my interest rate went up by 1%. And I'm not going to say my dumb butt, but that's what came to my head. Like, my butt was like, oh, it's only extra 3% to get it pushed out to 72 months. Let me do it. thinking, oh, I'm just gonna pay extra. That sound good, but just start with and it covers your butt too. If you can't make what if you pick 36 months and now you're paying twice as much as what it would have been if you would have picked 72. I understand that, but it's like if you know you was gonna pay more on it, like just go with the 36. And then you can already have a lower interest rate. You can bring it down from there. Like, but your credit score is going to basically determine what interest rate you're going to get, the loan terms, and then also the types of credit. Different types of credit got different type of APRs. If y'all do a payday loan, y'all know what the APR can be. The APR can be 100%, 500% when you look at the actual numbers. Personal loans, they may say, hey, it's 30%, it's 15%, depending on where you go. 32% for a personal loan. And then also, if you guys were to think about credit cards, usually you can think 20 to 29%, unless you guys are having a very great credit score and you get one of them ones that say, hey, we only charge you 12%. And then mortgage, that can vary depending on what the rates are at that time. You can have a 3%, 4%, 5%, 10%, 8%. It could just vary. But again, with a mortgage being between 3, the chance of you, that's not say 3 because that's probably over right now. But the chance of you having a 4% or a 5% interest rate all the way up to a 10% for a mortgage compared to a personal loan that may charge you 12% all the way up to 40%, depending on your personal loan. It's just different for each one. So definitely keep that in mind. Credit cards can charge you 30%. It's different. Now, the impact on the APR on your finances, your total interest cost. If you're paying a lot of money in interest every month, I remember being in that cycle. I'm glad I'm out of it by knowing just to pay my statement balance by the due date. Sometimes it's very hard to catch up, and what you're paying in interest can be one of your bills. And I never liked that. Once I found out, like, I paid $300 a month in credit card interest, like, what is wrong with me? I'm like, this is my car note. I'm just giving it away. Or to find out that, some people paying $500 a month in interest, and if they would have put $500 into an IRA every month, they can be a millionaire. Just think about these simple numbers. Plus, you can add more. I just was like, this is mind blowing. There's no way. Once I understood that it's going to impact your finances a lot by paying a lot of interest, then, oh my gosh, I just said I need to stop this. Your APR can affect your monthly payment. The more that you're paying for your APR can actually make your monthly payment higher. If your APR is lower, you can have a lower payment. And debt repayment too. The higher your interest rate is, the more you're going to have to pay to interest. So you want to make sure that you're paying down that principal balance. Now, how can you guys actually manage this? Because you hear I'm telling you all this information, but how can you actually manage this? I want you guys to compare APRs. Always pay the statement balance by the due date on your credit cards, and pay off and pay down your balances, or pay down the balance on your mortgage, and also make sure you guys paying down the balance on your car, and just pay your statement balance by due date on the credit cards, because 29%, you guys, if y'all look, that's a lot of money. Seriously, I want you guys to look at your credit card statement and see how much they're charging you, and then I want you to compare what they charging you to what you could have got for that, and what bill did you just pay extra. If like $300, that's my energy bill. That means I'm paying two energy bills a month. That's crazy. So just keep that in mind. And then we have APR disclosures where they have to disclose how much your APR is going to be. So I want you guys to look into the regulations if you're having problems with that, and then understand the terms of it, understand what you guys are getting into when you're borrowing this money. If you guys have any questions, definitely let me know. Check out my website, Rickita.com. We're going to actually take a look at it now. But hopefully this video was very helpful and it gave you a great understanding on APRs. Now, for those people this is your first time watching my videos, I definitely want to show you all my website. So on my website, I have a lot of stuff that's catering to those people that need to build their credit, who don't have credit at all, or if you need to repair your credit, or if you're just looking to maybe just get higher limits. You don't necessarily need to build it. You just want higher limit credit cards, or whatever it is when it comes down to credit cards and like the negative accounts to your credit. That is what I cater to on my website. Now you guys can schedule a call on my website. You can see if I have any upcoming events I'm doing. You can do a home buying application if you would like me to help you purchase a home, and also home tours. Check out some of the home tours that I did. If you guys have any negative accounts on your credit report, such as charge-offs, collections, bankruptcies, I do have a dispute letter that you can use here. It's free. I do have a dispute letter that you all can download so that you guys can work to remove those negative accounts from your credit report. Now, you have to get this letter and send it to all 3 credit bureaus, or send it to whatever credit bureau is reporting that account. So definitely come to my website. Once you fill out this, you guys will get an email, and then also I'll send you something about how you can increase your credit score 60 points in 60 days. So definitely check that out. If you have negative accounts and you want to actually target them, such as you got late payments, student loans, collections, charge-off, bankruptcies, then I have dispute letter packages. These letters have 6 letters in it, and the bankruptcy is the only one that have the 4. But this is the letters. These are letters that you guys can use to start removing those negative accounts from your credit reports. And it's only $27 for a package of 6 letters. In a little bit though, I'll show you how you can possibly get this at a discounted rate. Also, utilization sheets. I always show people how to balance out their credit cards, and I have a utilization sheet here where you can track all your credit cards. You can know what your utilization is, and this can actually help you pay down your credit cards. If you guys have balances on your credit cards, you need to know how to actually pay it down, which ones to pay down first. This sheet would be great for you all. If you guys are looking to possibly get more hands-on help, you would like to talk to me, you want more access to me, then I do suggest that you guys get my membership. I make sure I take calls for those people that's in my membership as a priority. I do have one where you start with a $1 trial, and that is going to be $79 per month. And then also have one for $99, and then it's going to be $29 per month. Or you can get lifetime access for $599. So definitely, if you want to get more hands-on help, and then also I can email you your letters that you can actually mail, and then I also can mail them for free on my end. Definitely join the membership if you want more hands-on help. Now, this right here is like my favorite part. It's the credit cards. I have multiple lists of credit cards here. So if you're looking for just the top credit cards that I like, I have that list here. If you want to pre-qualify for a credit card without a hard inquiry, I have this here. So you guys can pre-qualify for a credit card without a hard inquiry. And this would have over 45 accounts. Since this is my favorite list, because I love to pre-qualify for things without that hard inquiry, I'm going to show you a little bit of what it looks like. So you'll see a video of whatever card it is, an image of that card, apply now. So you can go ahead and apply on a website, and also have a free downloadable guide, and I have information about the card. And it's going to repeat for multiple cards. So you can see which ones you definitely like, which ones are going to help you in your journey of building your credit, or even whatever credit you want to get. Now, I have multiple lists: bad credit, students, travel, to build credit, gas, rewards, cash back. I have multiple ones there. I also have the 5 ways to increase your credit score 60 points in 60 days. The webinar, you can just click directly on here, and you will be able to, again, if you already did those free disputes, because this is the thing I said, the 60 points in 60 days, the webinar that you can watch. If you already did that, once you put your information in here, you should go all the way back to the actual webinar. Now, a lot of people love this part, 6 months of free letters. I can actually do your letters for you, 6 months worth of them, and I can actually email them to you and fill out all your information. All you have to do is literally put them in an envelope and mail them. So I definitely have that for you. If you want the 6 months of free letters, this is something that you have to do if you want me to create the letters for you. First off, you have to get our mega dispute letter package. All that is all of the letters that's here. Like all these packages, you get bankruptcy, charge-off, collections, student loans, and late payments. You get all of these together in one. You're going to get the free letter that's here, plus you're going to get additional letters, all of that. And I believe the original price is $199, but you're getting 65% off of that. I think it comes like $67, $69. So definitely you have to purchase the mega dispute letter package. Do a 14-day trial with Aura so we can see if you guys have any type of fraud on your account. You need to be able to know if you have any type of data breaches. So definitely sign up for Aura, and all the links are here. So you can just click right here or click here. It doesn't matter. But definitely do step 2. And then step 3 is get your all 3 credit reports with Identity IQ. And it's a dollar trial for 7 days. And that's going to give us your credit report so that we can create the actual dispute letters for you. And then also the last, but not, well, second to last step is to actually complete the application. That's what's going to give us the personal information I need to put on your letters. So definitely complete the application. And then once you have made your purchase, reach out to us so that we can see if you're eligible for the free letter service. But as long as you did all 4 of these steps, you're definitely eligible for it. And then I have a lot of different blog posts on here about the different credit 101, home buying 101 is going to come next. So definitely check out the website, Rickita.com. I will be editing the website soon, but this is what it looks like now. If you guys are interested in any credit card, you guys can definitely use this search bar here. And then also, if you're on your computer, then you can search. Actually, if you're a member already, you can search right here. I got special things for people that's a part of my actual membership. So if they want me to send certified letters, pay past due bills, schedule a call, for free credit help, sign up. Again, here are the steps that you need to actually do. So yeah, that's what you'll do if you guys are a member. Or say if you want a specific credit card you want to look up, just search whatever that credit card is, and you can see if I made some type of review on it. So here's the Apple card here. I'm going to click on it. Scroll down, you see I got the video, the card here, apply now, free downloadable guide. And then I also have some people that actually got approved for the credit card. I have some of the reviews here. But I hope that you guys love this website and you're able to find more credit cards to get approved for. You start working to build your credit and you get exactly what you want out of your credit. And last thing I want to say about my wonderful website is if you like a certain credit card, at the bottom I'll have similar cards. These are the cards to me that's similar to the Apple card. So you can see I have similar ones down here. So you can go ahead and actually click on it and go to that next credit card. So this is the cashback card. And you can see other people say that they got approved for it. So I hope that you guys love this website. You can go into a rabbit hole looking at all the different things that's on this website. But I hope that you guys love it. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Have a great day.